So welcome to card number 20. We are talking about the need for protection. So sometimes we need that, whether it is in terms of our hair, whether it is protective styles, or whether it is wrapping our hair to protect it from against the weather, against energies we don't want, against other people, or against the elements. Protection is a topic, is a subject matter that we all come across at some point in our journey. Whether it is just protecting yourself from the elements, from water or from fire or from whatever else that can damage it, or whether it is in terms of our own life journey where we need protection against other people's criticism, protection against maybe other people's maliciousness, protection against sometimes our own negative thoughts. So protection is part of the journey. There's no need to run away from it, there's no need to hide from it, and there's no need to pity ourselves when we enter those phases where we feel like we are too vulnerable, where we feel like we need a cocoon, where we will use a little bit of nurturing, where we will use a little bit of a safe haven to feel more secure. It's completely normal, and I think sometimes we tend not to acknowledge the time where we need more protection, where we feel insecure basically, or where we need more security, whether it is physical security, whether it is emotional security, or whether it is even spiritual security. And acknowledging that is always the first step, especially when you are in a relationship. When somebody is making you feel insecure, it is a time to voice it. It is a time to let that person know and to take action in order to accomplish that action, in order for you to feel safer, in order for you to feel secure. That ties into so much more beyond just feeling physically secure. When we're talking about our own insecurities, whether there are insecurities about our body, or whether there are insecurities about the way we feel we are perceived, or the way we feel about ourselves, they will always come up to the surface sooner or later. Part of self-transformation, part of self-actualization, and part of self-improvement and self-development is to look at those insecurities. It's to face those different shortcomings that we may have by either accepting them and moving forward, or by changing what we do not like about ourselves, by trying not to repeat the same mistakes over and over again. So the first step is always to acknowledge that we are in need of something, or to acknowledge what the problem is so that we can actually change it. And recognizing that we have a need for protection is normal, especially if we were not given the proper nurture, we were not given the proper protection when we were younger. We may grow with that lack within ourselves, and that lack may manifest at different times. And it is okay to recognize that, and it is okay to rectify that, so that you don't carry that forward in the future. And similarly to hair, sometimes we need those protective styles just to see our hair grow, to protect our hair from the elements, to also sometimes lessen the burden on ourselves, to manipulate less our hair when it is wrapped up or when it is in a protective style. We are doing much less manipulation to it, and that enables the hair to grow, that enables the hair to rest, that enables also the hair to capture information in a different kind of way. So the way your hair is going to capture information is not going to be the same way it is in braids or when it is in a protective style. Nevertheless, your hair continues to capture information, so it's up to you to see the different ways that you can still transform and interpret the information so it is useful to you. Protective styles are also a great way in order for you to shrink away and to protect yourself from other energies. Most of the time there are updos, there are styles where your hair is basically round up onto itself, closer and within your aura. So it is a mean for you to protect your energy, to conserve your energy as well, by less manipulation, by less tangling and detangling, and less abrasive use of comb or things of that nature. So protective styles is something that you should have always a few styles that work for you, that you like, so that they can be your go-to. For example, when you have to travel, you have to do some long project where you won't have too much time to manipulate your hair to do different styles. You can choose one protective style that will help you through the month or help you through the week that you need other things done. It is a great way to help your hair grow if you are trying to reach a certain length, or if you're trying to get your hair strengthened in a certain way, get it to be stronger. Less manipulation is always good towards that. So this was basically card number 20, talking about protection, the need for protection, and the need to recognize when we are willing or we are needing protection, whether it is for our hair physically, or whether it is for all of our different facets of ourselves that sometimes may feel too vulnerable, or that sometimes may feel that we need to put some barriers or to correct insecurities that we had in the past, or insecurities are developing presently. Protection is a friend. Protection is a tool to be used when needed. So to get the deck, make sure you look at the information down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.